Hi, I'm Greg Stevens, the CEO of VARA, and I'd like to welcome each of you, the ambassadors of our thriving community, and all those who believe in the power of decentralized innovation. Today, we gather not only as a community, but as pioneers of a movement that's reshaping the very foundations of the crypto industry. Let's take a moment to reflect on our journey over the last 6 months. In the last half year, our focus has been about shaping a new digital landscape filled with opportunities. Our massively multiplayer online vision aimed to bridge the gap between the virtual and real world, creating an emergent economy where ambassadors can extract value from their digital presence. Our affiliate layer has played a vital role in propagating this vision. Amidst these developments, years of dedication, vision, and numerous breakthroughs have culminated in the creation of the Dark Fusion innovation, which represents the world's first all-inclusive Web5 ecosystem, a decentralized peer-to-peer paradigm. The Dark Fusion vision has been one of unwavering commitment to our core values: security, transparency, and empowerment. From the outset, our vision has been clear: to build a platform that goes beyond the norm, transcending the limitations of traditional finance and creating opportunities for all. In the face of regulatory challenges and an ever-changing landscape, we've held steadfast to our belief in the power of self-custodial ownership and decentralized systems. With the recent bill passed in the US Senate, our vision has been validated and reinforced. The recognition of individuals' rights to self-custody is a monumental step that aligns perfectly with our ethos. Dark Fusion has always been about empowering individuals, putting the control and sovereignty of assets firmly in your hands. And with this bill, the crypto industry itself is moving in a direction that echoes our principles. Dark Fusion's positioning across crypto and fintech has never been stronger. So let's discuss what all of our innovation means for you. Our journey has led us to a groundbreaking achievement: the VARA Layer 2 Lightning Wallet, powered by Dark Fusion Technologies. It's a world first, arriving for you, the network, in our inaugural product rollout on September the 15th. As our native application goes live, you will be the very first in the world to access this innovative wallet solution. Our Layer 2 Lightning Wallet combines seamless interoperability, uniting fragmented ecosystems and transactions with lightning speed asset transfers. This means your assets flow effortlessly across networks, platforms, and blockchains, all while transactions occur in mere moments, revolutionizing speed and efficiency. But what truly sets us apart is the integration with Layer 2 Bitcoin Lightning Network. By being part of this network, you'll experience not only the benefits of decentralized and permissionless transactions, but also the power of Bitcoin. This wallet is at the forefront of the blockchain revolution, allowing you to mint your own tokens, transfer them, and store them securely in a self-custodial environment, all while leveraging the speed and scalability that the Bitcoin Lightning Network provides. We're on the verge of all this becoming a reality. You will be the first users in the world able to utilize the full potential of Layer 2 Lightning Wallet, showcasing a pivotal moment in our journey of innovation and reshaping of the future of digital transactions. The potential of the Dark Fusion wallet knows no bounds. But what empowers our wallet and other innovations to make a difference for you? Let's find out with Dominika Bojkovic, our co-founder, as we delve into the influential Dark Fusion tokenomics that form the backbone of both Dark Fusion and VARA. And be sure to stay tuned until the end, where we'll unveil an exciting announcement regarding our new decentralized exchange on Layer 2 this year.
Hello everyone, we thought that we would shake it up today and that I would do the intro for our tokenomics discussion with our venerable CEO, Greg Stevens.
Thanks for the introduction, Dom. It's great to be here.
It's a pleasure.
I really do just get so excited every time we sit down, because every week there's something new that we're creating, there's a problem we're solving, and we really are changing the world with this technology that we've created.
It's completely unreal.
Yeah. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be running you through an overview of our tokenomics. Again, we touched on it in the last interview, but we're going to talk again, and we're going to emphasize the importance of what we're doing from a dark fusion perspective with a simple contract language, but also the tokenomics behind VARA, which is our utility token, and DFT, which is our liquidity token for our decentral exchange coming up this year. We've also made a number of breakthroughs, which we're going to discuss today, and we're going to be unveiling the name of our decentral exchange. Dom, how's it going with the development? Can you give us any updates? Where are we at?
It's been going really well. We've got a lot to work through still, but it's really coming together, and it's, we're finally able to start seeing the fruits of our labor. We're beginning our mainnet tests. We're really, every day getting closer and closer to that perfect solution. So it's incredibly exciting, and I'm really can't wait to get everyone just involved and using it and testing it all out. And
great stuff. So today, I want to do a recap on the VARA utility in the VARA platform, the real benefit that we're giving to the network. Let's start with VARA, and then we can move on to the exciting news around dark fusion.
Awesome. So to refresh on the VARA tokenomics, essentially it is a limited supply token that will be burned down to a supply of 1 million coins towards the end. The way we burn VARA tokens is through in-game activity. So as we have players playing the various games or various apps or various activities across the VARA platform, these different activities will burn VARA tokens, which already has an implicit value gain. The VARA token is also the utility token across the platform. So within various games and various platform offerings, there's going to be opportunities for you to spend your VARA in various ways to enjoy the platform offerings. So
let's talk about the issuance of the token and how effectively we've created a deflationary pressure in this tokenomic model, which keeps it very healthy moving forward, and how we've de-risked it from the sense that we've got this protective layer, which is the bond system. Now, it's very, very important to understand the walled garden approach through selling bonds, accessing the traditional gaming market, and how that's going to fuel and de-risk this tokenomic model. I think it's excellent that you mentioned our downside protection, because when it comes to tokenomics, the thing that everyone's scared of is if a token drops to zero. I mean, that's a traditional fear, and I feel with a lot of Web3 games where they're pricing everything in their own tokens, they run this risk quite high. Especially these operations where everything is about percentage APY, or it's framed from a single perspective, but it's all ultimately in their own token. It's never tying back to a traditional currency. What we've done through the bond is a fixed 6.99, so it's a fixed fiat price, and our walled garden means that we're bringing in traditional gamers because we don't have a crypto requirement. The crypto component's optional, so many traditional gamers will just play Starvara as a normal gamer, purchase bonds as a subscription. They won't actually mint these to the blockchain, but the funds coming from this revenue will be applied to our VARA access key holders. So it really is the protective layer from traditional tokenomic fundamentals that have been trying to work in the market historically. We've seen a lot of these projects come and go and fail because they didn't get the economics right upfront, and they didn't account for a lot of the obstacles that these companies have organically faced with these models. And we are really protecting ourselves against that with this approach. Exactly. So that's an amazing thing. So as long as our system has a consistent flow of activity and gamers engaging in our product, we are protected with our tokenomics. That's how we built this model.
Exactly. And it's quite strongly protected in the sense that if the token price slips, the slippage is accounted for exponentially. So the protections affect lower prices more so. So what this means is it'll always drive the price up to a more or less minimum range.
Amazing. The future of VARA is bright. Another thing I am going to mention is we're looking at the game in isolation. So VARA is the product ecosystem where our first phase is the Starvara massively multiplayer metaverse online experience that we're bringing into the ecosystem to create value opportunities for our ambassadors. But then when we talk about Dark Fusion, which is fueling this product ecosystem, this opens up so many more channels of value where we look at financial services, which we spoke of last week through the Dark Fusion channel. Imagine having point of sale in your pocket where you have the ability to earn transactional revenue, which we bring exclusively to the network. Then there's blockchain services and so on and so on. We've come up with a number of use cases where we are talking to other strategic partners on how we apply Dark Fusion to specific business models. It is such a disruptive technology when you look at the gaming industry, where you look at the lottery industry, where you look at financial services, where you look at utility industry, like basic utility sales on airtime. We had a crazy concept around revolutionizing the parking industry. There's so many cool applications to this technology, but I think what I'm trying to emphasize here with our Dark Fusion approach is all these amazing breakthroughs and disruptions will be exclusively brought to the VARA ecosystem, where we can create these passive annuity type earning streams for our affiliates in perpetuity.
Exactly. It's very exciting.
So we've talked about the VARA platform, the tokenomics. Again, I want to reiterate, we will be having both white papers. The VARA will be a light paper that we will be introducing. We are continually working on it as we evolve this model and bring in amazing value into the ecosystem. And we will be finalizing our Dark Fusion white paper, both in the month of August, going through our pre-launch game period, which is starting now. Very exciting time, which we're going to touch on. But now let's go into what I'm really excited about is Dark Fusion, the decentral exchange, which we're going to be naming. Give us the breakdown on the Dark Fusion token. We've talked about it at length, but some exciting things are happening, and specifically around how we've tied it to the Bitcoin blockchain, the methodology, the kind of the philosophical thinking when we look at this project compared to Bitcoin.
Of course. So as you said, the first thing is when we created this technology, we looked at it and we're like, there are so many use cases that this can be applied to. I almost was overwhelmed when I started thinking of the different things, because you'd say to me, you'd go, Dom, what can we do with this tech? And I go, oh, we can do this. And the second I would think about it, I'd immediately think of the next thing we could do. And that causes a cascade of waterfalls and ideas. And I think the first big thing that we realized we could do with this technology was to build the DEX, which I'll let you announce the name of later, which is very fun. But essentially what we wanted to do was we said, how can we build a decentral exchange on the Bitcoin blockchain, on the Lightning Network, that's going to empower people to be able to trade their assets and own them at lightning speeds instantly, but is also going to add value to everyone that supports us, in the early days, very much how the Bitcoin blockchain incentivized all of its early supporters through mining rewards and through the system that they allowed people to mine Bitcoin and still mine Bitcoin to this day. And so we very much looked at the principles behind the Bitcoin blockchain's emission schedule and rewards. And we looked at proof of work, proof of stake, and all these different systems. And we thought, how can we make a tokenomic system that's truly going to reward people, and that's also going to bring this massive benefit to the ecosystem at large? In doing so, we realized that we wanted to do a token emission schedule that would have quite a long time period. So we're actually looking at a 40-year emission schedule. We also want to do periodic halvings, which is what Bitcoin does. So every 2 years, we're going to halve the amount of tokens that are rewarded. This creates a straight financial incentive to get involved in hosting a validator node as soon as possible. And it also mirrors one of the best blockchains in existence.
So a tokenomic model from a strategic perspective that is tied to the Bitcoin blockchain, and one of the first to implement this strategy.
Of course, and on top of that, all of our SCL assets are bound to Bitcoin UTXOs as well.
Do you know what that means? Given the halving coming up next year, given all the indicators in the market, and I impress everyone to go and see what's going out there, it truly is an exciting time where Bitcoin's trajectory is going.
Yeah, I would say the timing couldn't be more perfect.
Great. So we've spoken about the strategy. Now let's just step back. The overview of the tokenomics you've gone into, but just give us a little bit more detail around how this is going to work in terms of our pre-mined and post-mine strategy, and short, medium to long-term effects in terms of value generation for anyone that wants to get into this dark fusion revolution.
So essentially our pre-mine is our initial token offering. This is your initial coin offering or your ICO. We've got a lot of our coins allocated to different strategic resources. So there's obviously an allocation to team to create an incentive to develop the software. There's an allocation to marketing. There's an allocation to a DAO treasury. There's an allocation to our initial coin offerings, which will come on obviously our DEX at first, and then we'll eventually bring to centralized exchanges. And these are all the ways that people will be able to gain Dark Fusion tokens initially in the short term. And once you have Dark Fusion tokens, if you have access to a validator, you'll be able to stake those tokens. And everyone staking the tokens will actually be able to earn the majority of our token supply through validator rewards for the next 40 years.
Wow, so that's a lifetime annuity opportunity through using this validator. Two consensus mechanisms where we're looking at essentially a hybrid, because you've got proof of stake, then you've got proof of work, and it's essentially a mesh of the two.
100%. So what we've done is we have allowed the Bitcoin blockchain to use its proof of work mechanism to validate our smart contract consensus, because this is where you need the highest levels of security. So we are inheriting the validation principles from BTC proof of work in our Lightning channels. And then we have applied a proof of stake mechanism to the Dark Fusion validation nodes, which are validating the decentral exchange buy and sell orders. So what this does is it's a hybrid model between proof of work and proof of stake, where I would argue we get the best of both worlds, because we get the high levels of security and reliability from the Bitcoin proof of work, but we also get the low energy costs and ease of use from the Ethereum proof of stake. And due to that, we're able to allow our users to run a validating node from their cell phones within the VARA app.
Wow, that is crazy. There will be an exclusive allocation of our pre-mined tokens. Remember, this tokenomic model is all about the emission schedule and having the mine token strategically paired to how Bitcoin was built out. And there's only a small supply that we have open access to allocate to the network, where we're going to be giving them the rights to run these validators and be able to mine these DFT tokens for a period.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
And just give me a little bit more understanding on that value.
Of course. So the value that people will receive from staking Dark Fusion will be in return in Dark Fusion tokens. So 66% of the total supply will have to be mined through this validating process. In terms of the value of the token, this token is our trading pair across the entire DEX. So anyone who wants to turn VARA into any other token or any in-game item is going to run it through DFT. So that's going to enforce the value of the DFT. Furthermore, if people want to, for example, swap BTC for USDT or wrapped Ethereum, you could do it all through the DEX through this DFT token. So as the decentral exchange gains more trade volume, the value of the token will go up proportionately.
Wow, I'm getting so excited about this. When we look at VARA, where we look at DFT, how they're going to work together. So we've talked about the DFT. This is a very high-level overview. We will be finalizing the white paper, which you're not going to want to miss out. It's incredible. We've been working on this for a long time. We'll be going live in August, where we will be releasing it to the public and our closed group of supported ambassadors. So very exciting times. But what I'm even more interested in discussing now, so we've talked about the DFT, high-level overview of the tokenomics, how it ties into the VARA ecosystem, is this VARA access key. Now, you have value in DFT as a liquidity token, but now we look at VARA utility, which is utility in the entire VARA platform. We're not just isolated to Starvara. It's all the opportunities that we're bringing in. 33% of the value generated by the company in VARA goes into these access key pools. And as long as you have VARA, you have access to that. So the revenue generated is not just isolated to the game, it's revenue generated across the board. So access keys and VARA are very important when accessing this value stream. But I want to go one more step. Now we're bringing in DFT through our validators, which gives you access to the liquidity token on the decentral exchange. All of that is being fueled by Dark Fusion. Everything that we bring from a Dark Fusion perspective is actually going to fuel the value generation through the access keys. But in addition to that, you're getting the validators through DFT, which is this unbelievable opportunity to create passive annuity lifetime value generation. Wow. I've never heard of anything like this.
That's really amazing. And I'd also say there's a reason to hold your VARA long term, because we're burning it and the supply is limited. Over time, those who have access keys who are staking their VARA tokens will actually, get a higher opportunity to earn, because the total supply of VARA will be decreasing over time.
Incredible. Again, we've designed this system around strong fundamentals, strong tokenomics, where there is a protective layer, where we're accessing traditional gaming, traditional centralized markets which fuel our system, and that's really where the value comes in. So we're not just an isolated Web3 project with no market share. It's really about accessing critical mass and communities, and that's how our tokenomics have been built out for VARA. And from a DFT perspective, we're going to be one of the first companies, if not the first, to set up the first decentral exchange on Layer 2 Lightning Network, Layer 1 Bitcoin, interoperability across the board with our tokens. And that's really where we're going to drive the value around building this DEX. And at every turn, it's about empowering our ambassadors to build this vision with us. And this is the exciting part for me. We have a team of affiliates and ambassadors that can help us build one of the biggest visions today. How does that sound, Dom?
Sounds amazing.
So is there anything else you want to add with this discussion regarding the developments on Dark Fusion and what we're looking to do in terms of your vision piece? I know we spoke about it last, and a lot of this is going to come out in the literature and the papers that we're releasing in the short term. But again, I want you to speak to the audience. What is the vision of Dark Fusion? Where do you want this to go?
For me, the vision of Dark Fusion is taking the amazing technology that exists in the crypto industry, which is very, elite and small industry right now, and just giving it to the people, to the masses, to everyone, empowering everyone to be able to use and trade cryptocurrency as easily as they would send an email.
And it's more than that, though. It's about true sovereignty of wealth, protection of data.
100%. It's about undermining the banks in a way. It's about, being able to control our wealth as individuals, as people used to in ancient times, which hasn't been the case since we've had this kind of, paper money, fiat construct for quite a while.
Amazing. So really giving power back to the people. You know, we've always spoken about it, you know, the egalitarian aspect to our business. We both got into this because we've been working in this industry a long time, and we saw the challenges. It started with GameFi, looking at the GameFi market in Web3, just so many rug pulls, so many kind of wrong things that were happening, and we wanted to change that. We didn't just want to change that from a gaming perspective, but we wanted to change that from a technology perspective, empowering people to actually make these systems work, access the masses, make it scalable, reduce the fees, empower affiliates to earn through a decentralized manner.
I mean, I'll give you a statistic that was a big inspiration for me in this journey, which is that more people have a cell phone today, a smartphone, than they have bank accounts. So in other words, we live in a world where more people have a smartphone in their pocket than an actual bank account. And that's crazy.
Wow. So I'm gonna talk to one last point around, you know, the sophistication of what we're doing here from SEL. With a community which we hope to build in the future and support in the future in the millions. Point of sale in emerging markets is a big problem. It's centrally controlled. How to exchange, transact, and interact in emerging markets. There's a big opportunity there, really giving power back to the people, you know, taking out the middleman.
Big time. I mean, one of the biggest problems in emerging markets is just the connectivity and the fact that you can suddenly do offline transfers of value. You know, it's digital cash in the realist sense, in the sense that you don't even need the internet, in the way that I can give you cash without an intermediary. And that's incredibly empowering.
Wow. And that offline process can apply to so many other businesses.
Of course. Parking tickets, as we were speaking about, rewards programs. There's so many businesses that can just be made more efficient by taking them offline. And then the internet can actually be less clogged, which in turn will make data cost less. And that's going to benefit people who want to use data on their phone. So there's all these peripheral benefits to society that kind of come out of this initial innovation.
Really incredible stuff. I'm excited every day to come to work and just build this vision with you, Dom. I appreciate you. We're so grateful to have you and your team building this with us as the founder of Dark Fusion and what you've created. So exciting. Now we're going to end off on one last piece, is just the game that we're launching. We're going to start by just giving the audience an update. It's our pre-launch, official pre-launch is now.
Yeah.
We're going into our phase where we're going to be awarding our top leaders and network exclusive beta access to the game over the next few months. And then we're going to be launching it in phases, going to the masses where you will have access. We've been playing it in-house.
So fun.
What an incredible experience. How you've taken a PC console quality experience and you've reverse engineered it for mobile, moving into our roadmap, which is ultimately going to be launching it on PC and console, but bringing that quality, bringing that game design, bringing that massively multiplayer online experience to this product is just, playing it just gets me giddy.
It's really fun to play, and it's been quite a Herculean task from a development perspective, and I must really compliment our team and Win Davies and Josh on their amazing, you know, work that they've put in the extra hours in getting this together. And what surprised me most is we were doing one of our initial test battles where everyone in the office was playing, and I sat there and I'm like, I'm good at games. I wrote the game design doc. I know how this is going to happen. I'm going to get in here and beat everyone. And then I got shot down 6 times. And I suddenly realized that there's quite a skill ceiling to this game. And Josh, who's been practicing, was beating me big time.
Well, we've got a whole other segment now, which is going to go run through the exciting progress on the game development roadmap, what's coming up. This is going to be an exciting second part of the year, Q3, Q4, not to mention we're on an international roadshow this year. We're going to be coming to the US, we're going to be coming to Europe, we're going to be coming to Asia, and we're going to be building the future. Thank you very much for taking the time with us, Dom. Again, we appreciate you.
It's always
we appreciate
a pleasure.
You guys for the support and the network.
So Greg, what's the name of the exchange?
Well, I was going to hold this back for maybe another week, but I know there's a lot of our supported ambassadors out there that want to know what the name is. So coming soon this year under Dark Fusion will be the Fusion One exchange, the first decentral exchange, bringing it exclusively to the Layer 2 and Bitcoin blockchain. See you guys there. That was great. You heard it here first. Fusion One, our revolutionary decentralized exchange, is now on the horizon. So let's delve into Fusion One and its significance for the future of the crypto and blockchain landscape. Fusion One and our wallet create a symbiotic partnership, leveraging Dark Fusion's capabilities to drive network expansion and empower our ambassador layer. The integration unlocks wider platform implications by seamlessly merging the exchange and the wallet functionalities, enhancing convenience, accessibility, and user value. But consider the implications that Fusion One will have on the wider world. It marks a pioneering step in interoperability. Looking ahead to the Bitcoin blockchain's future, we're leading by establishing the first decentral exchange on Bitcoin. This includes integrating tokenized assets and reshaping stablecoins. Imagine housing your stablecoins on Bitcoin, Layer 2, faster speed, lower fees, and enhanced scalability. Crucially, with Bitcoin holding a 59% market share of the crypto industry, our initiative is well-timed. Centralized exchanges are embracing Lightning's potential, recognizing its transformative power. As Bitcoin's halving approaches, a significant market share shift is expected. Our initiative aligns with trusted, decentral blockchain principles with a promising journey ahead. So when can you expect to finally engage with these tools? Let's visit our roadmap. As things ramp up in the upcoming months, we'll be implementing a 3-phased approach that will culminate in you, the users, being able to experience and use the most significant products that Dark Fusion and VARA have to offer. In Phase 1, making a significant milestone, our native Layer 2 application will go live in a pre-launch event on the 15th of September. As part of our network, you'll have the exclusive privilege of being amongst the first in the world to access our groundbreaking Layer 2 wallet solution. This achievement stands unparalleled on a global scale. Furthermore, you gain the ability to transfer and send tokens across the Lightning Network. With the recent US Senate bill being passed, ensuring self-custodial ownership and permissionless control over your own crypto assets, there couldn't be a better time to launch our wallet. Entering Phase 2 on October 15th, we're scaling up our operation for a significant event, the release of the highly anticipated Starvara Battle Royale, exclusively brought to the Ambassador Program for our beta. Beyond the intense battles involving 120 players competing for supremacy, this phase marks an exciting milestone. For the first time ever, users can tokenize and transfer in-game assets using their Layer 2 wallet, while also immersing themselves in our 3D world by generating their own avatar using our character creator. Initial beta testing will be limited to leaders who will push the game to its limits and share their invaluable insights with the community. And finally, in Q4, Phase 3 will mark the launch of the Fusion One Decentral Exchange, going down as the date we reshape the landscape of crypto and blockchain. And you've chosen to be a part of this revolution from the very beginning, the first to participate and reap the rewards that Dark Fusion technology unlocks. Not only that, we'll patch in new game updates to the Starvara game universe, expanding our open world gameplay to include exclusive planet-side quests to celebrate and welcome the arrival of Fusion One, truly epitomizing our Game 5 vision. So be sure to keep following as we continue to be the first to drop disrupting innovation. That's it from me. And now over to Nick. Thank you and goodbye.
Thanks, Greg, for making these world-first announcements. There's plenty to look forward to in the coming months. But first, let's extend some thanks and recognition to you, our esteemed community members and ambassadors. Your belief in our vision and your unwavering support have been the driving force behind our success. Your dedication and engagement with VARA has seen so many of you continue to climb up the ranks and derive ever greater value from the VARA ecosystem. Not only are members ranking up, but our ranks are also expanding. Our program has extended into multiple new markets alongside new language support offerings as well. This is truly becoming a global business. Now, let's turn our attention to a cornerstone of our success, the Ambassador Portal. We've made substantial enhancements to the portal. Our new reporting functionality empowers you to effectively build your revenue opportunity. Additionally, we've enriched your experience by incorporating media content like dev diaries and showcase videos. The portal now offers a comprehensive suite of tools, including updated game libraries, game inventory assets, and detailed reports on sales and downline performance. These updates represent a significant evolution of the portal, ensuring you have the success and insights you need. The upcoming launch on September the 15th marks a pivotal moment for our VARA ambassadors. This date signifies your exclusive access to the VARA application and Layer 2 Lightning Wallet. This milestone is about your earning potential, where the Power of 5 compensation plan and the staking mechanism through our access keys enables you to create long-term value. You are now equipped to maximize your earnings and embrace financial growth. And now, I am about to make an incredible announcement of my own. We're empowering you, the network, to secure one of 10,000 slots to be the first in the world to engage with the VARA native application. I'm introducing the Rank Up promotion. Now imagine being the first in the world to wield the power of the Lightning Network. You'll be able to realize the value of all the components of the various access packs, as well as having your tokens minted, and receive all your payouts within the application with your integrated wallet. But here's the kicker. With your spot in the top 10,000, we're empowering you, the network. This is the real deal. If you haven't ranked up, if you haven't secured that link, well, you're missing out. You really want to secure your early access to this game-changing application. It offers unrivaled power to grow your organization. And if you're one of our founders, well, we've got you covered. You've already secured your position. We have now empowered you with all the tools and promotional value for a life-changing experience and to earn with VARA. Your leadership is going to be the driving force of the promotional activities over the upcoming period. The incredible new promotional packs are already in their hands, and they're packed with unprecedented amounts of VARA points and value, letting you rank up and earn. So make sure you talk to your leadership today. They're fully empowered to roll out this incredible promotion. Thank you and good luck.